Do you know what to say when the buyer comes to you and say, oh, I'm not signing any buyer's agreement. I'm talking to many agents and I believe this is the best way for me to find my home fast. Do you know how to answer that? Oh my gosh, stay tuned because this video is gonna help you immensely. Hello everyone, this is your friend Coach Vanda here, and today in this beautiful video we're gonna have an amazing treat for you. Now I want to share this with you right away. Listen everyone, I sold over 1,000 homes in my career. In my many moons in this planet in real estate, I sold 1,000 homes and I helped hundreds of agents to sell our homes and build a business and empire. So I can tell you this, trust me, I have seen every objection and question under the moon. And I have crafted great, powerful answers for each one of them. So in this video here, we have a fabulous treat for you because this is what I'm gonna do. I have here a sample of a coaching session from my wonderful, powerful VIP coaching group where we handle some of the toughest objections in real estate. So you're gonna have a sample live from one of our coaching sessions, because you see, let me tell you right away, in my VIP program, so you know, we not only teach you the skills, the strategies, the systems, the processes, the mindset, but we also show you how to handle the toughest objections and worries of the clients so you can convert and get the result that you want. So, oh my gosh, watch it here because this is what's gonna happen. We are doing this live, so the client gives us the objection. I handle the objection as a master coach that I have done successfully for many, many years. And then my wonderful CEO, Coach Yvonne Martin, and I, we break down the objection and the handle so you can see the process and learn and have some great strategy as well. So stay tuned here, watch it because you're gonna love this. I guarantee you, you're gonna learn a lot.
So today, let's go over some of those questions, challenges, objections that you have in your head. What are you scared of them asking? What do you think they're going to say? Or do you want some help on, I'm thinking about this for my unique value proposition. How should I present it? How should I say it? This is your chance to go over everything.
Yes, and as you raise your hand, I just want to remember this. Have you ever had a time that you interview someone for service and you interview two people? One is cheaper than the other, much cheaper. But when you talk to the person, he or she doesn't sound effective, doesn't sound prepared, doesn't sound knowledgeable or strong. And the other person is probably even maybe 30% or even 50% more for the service. But you feel like, holy smokes, that person knows what she's doing. She's going to take care of me. She's going to make this happen. She's going to save me time, energy, and get the service done and avoid problems. Who would you hire? The most expensive person. Guys, the study shows that value determines the result and will determine your signature. So I'm so glad you're here. So let's role play. Let's go, Leticia. Let's go, Ami, Sylvia.
All right, guys. So this is your chance. Who wants to start us off? What questions do you have surrounding, buyer's agency, showing value as a buyer, the future as we go forward in the next month? Any questions, any challenges? This is our chance to talk about it.
I also want to give a suggestion very quickly. Denise, I know you're going to talk. I love that. Listen, get a binder just for coaching, okay? Get a binder just for coaching, whatever note app, so you can take notes so you don't have paper all over the place. Also, throughout the week, you have issues, Denise, Danny, you have issues with your buyers or something comes in. You know what I do? I text myself. Good job, Don. I test myself. Oh, let me ask this to my coach. So you can have a challenge on Tuesday, save it on your phone under your text yourself, and then bring it here to us. Let's go, Denise. I love it.
So my question would be how to handle the conversation of, because I work with a lot of first-time buyers. So a lot of these first-time buyers in entry-level price range in my area is about 400,000. And I know I'm already in my head giving my own self the objection that they're going to say they don't have money to pay me if push comes to shove. So I've already had these conversations a couple times. They went pretty good because I'm still saying, hey, I'm still going to negotiate for my fee to be paid by the seller. That's kind of the story I'm sticking to and the script I'm sticking to, so they feel confident just moving forward, knowing that I'm going to fight for my own fee. But what if push comes to shove and there's a property where the seller doesn't want to pay a compensation, and then I'm gonna have to put my buyer in a spot where they probably can't get that house if they want me to represent them.
What a great question. Everybody had it up for you. Denise, we're going to address this right now. Denise, I'm going to say, I'm so glad you're here because, sweetie, I'm going to help you to become also not only a listing machine to get listing so you can control your market. Also, as your skills get better, your price range goes up. You're going to work with also not only first-time buyers, with people with more money, sophistication, and more prepared. Sounds good?
Yes.
So I'm so glad you're here. So first of all, sweetie, you're sticking to the story, right? To your story. So is it true that every first-time buyer doesn't have money?
No, limited money maybe, but not no money.
Yeah, they might have limited money. What do they have a lot? Do they have a lot what?
They're excited. They're motivated usually.
They're excited and motivated. Do they have a lot of fear and uncertainty?
Yes, and they don't have experience.
And they don't have experience. So it takes a little bit more work, but you're ready and you can do that, right? So now right away, I want you to think in your mind, right, Coach? What is the options for them? Because what is your job, Denise? What is your job as the ultra professional, ultra advisor when you talk to a buyer?
To guide them, to instill confidence in them, let them assure them that I'm going to help them every step of the way and make sure that they get to the finish line.
I love it, right? Everybody heard that? To guide them, to assure them I can take care of them, to protect them, to fight for them, negotiate for them, also educate them, right? Educate them. So the buyer's presentation, this is why you go deep and you ask a lot of questions. Tell me more. What do you mean by that? If we could do this, we could do that. So, and many times you got to repeat many times because they're a little extra nervous. They have never done it. They're not sophisticated. So, sweetie, let's role play, right, Coach Yvonne? Let's role play as doing some of the stuff. But I want to make sure that your mindset start right away is it's about them. Some can, some can't. Some will, some won't. That's why you keep the pipeline full because unfortunately, some of them won't be able to do it.
Yeah, that's an important point, right? Because look, guys, there's a couple things going on here. First is we need to see what the ground truth is going to be once this starts, right? Because it's going to be a little chaotic in the beginning. Things are going to be going, people are going to be doing different things, and it's going to take a little while to establish a baseline, a new normal of how people are doing business. What we would like to expect is sellers are going to continue to offer that compensation, and it's not going to be that big of a deal on us. Now, the reality is we know that not all of them will, right? And you will have to fight for it, ask for it, command it from your buyer. We need to go into this with the mindset of it's just cost of doing business. It's part of the process. And if they can't afford your commission plus the house, it means they can't afford that house, right? Because the commission is part of the fee of buying that house. When you go to a service, if I'm gonna go to buy something and I can't afford the sales tax in California is 7.7%, I don't think I can afford the thing if I can't afford that 7.7% because that's baked into the cost. So that's how we're going to have to look at it. It's part of the process, paying the buyer's commission. You're representing them. You're negotiating for them. You're fighting for them. You're getting them a better deal that's going to be way more savings than the commission they're going to pay you. That's what you're going to have to sell on them. But we have to make that shift in our minds so that we can help them make it in their minds that the commission is 100% part of the cost of buying that home.
Exactly.
And if they can't afford that home and your commission, really what they can't afford is that home.
Okay? Makes sense, everyone?
We got to come from that mindset because, guys, every other industry, the costs of doing business are part of the business. People don't feel like, oh, but they can afford this, but they can't afford me, so I'm in the tough spot. No, guys, they're in that spot. You can help them with it, but that's not on you. That's cost of doing business.
I love it. This is why it's important for you to come from the place of service and detach. Say detached. Everyone put it here, detached from the outcome, because you see, right now you in Arizona, darling, so you have the escrow and title fees, don't you? Yes. And the people in the East Coast, they have attorneys, so they pay other fees. So right now, what we got to do is a mindset shift. That is the commission and the buyer side. You already coming from the position that it's just like escrow fee, transfer fee. It's just part of the process. Make sense, Denise? So you're not attached emotionally, so you don't blame yourself or feel guilty if they cannot afford. So that's why. So, go ahead, let's role play.
I was going to say, good. So let's set up this role play, okay? So let's imagine this, guys. We're at the buyer's presentation. Denise said a buyer's presentation. She goes through the whole process. They're really connecting with her, right? They like what she's putting down. And they get to the end and she goes, great. we've gone over everything. I know what you want. I know when you guys need it. I know what's important for you. You've seen my skills, my track record, what I bring to the table, how I'm going to help you. Can we agree that I'm the one that's going to help you? Yes. Fantastic. All we have to do now is I have this agreement here, and it goes over the fact that I'm going to help you. I'm going to be negotiating for you, representing you. I have the fiduciary duty to help you. It goes over this, my fee, blah, 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 right? All we have to do now is sign the paperwork and let me get started for you. That's where we are in the presentation. And they're going to say, well, what happens if this, right? So we're at the very end of the presentation and they give the objection. Is that what you want, Denise?
Yes.
Yeah,
Denise, darling, be you. Be you. Do it. This is a safe zone. There's no criticism.
Well,
and we're
Denise,
gonna
do you want to be the agent, or would you
Yeah,
like
be
to
the
be
agent, sweetie.
or would you like to be the buyer? You could be whichever you prefer.
Yeah, I'll be the agent.
Be the agent because you're already doing your buyers. Listen, I'm a first-time buyer. I'm a little anxious. I'm nervous, but I know I like you. I trust you. So I always go from that mentality, right? They are your friends. They are your loved ones. So do it like that. What we're gonna do is just polish, because that's how you learn, right, sweetie? Okay,
Yes.
go.
Okay, so let's start it with just the objection. Okay, so we already know the context, right, guys? We're at the end of the buyer's presentation. She went over everything. She's asking them to sign the agreement. Coach V is just going to start the role play with the objection. What happens if they don't cover it and I have to pay your, buyer's commission, and then I can't afford the house I want? However she's going to word it.
1, 2, 3. No, Denise, I heard everything you said. Now, Denise, I'm a little worried about this because you know me. This is the first home I buy. I need every penny. I mean, what happens if they don't pay you the commission? I mean, how am I going to afford this?
Vanda, that's an excellent question, and I appreciate you coming forward and bringing it to the table. My job, as I already told you, is to represent you and help you throughout this entire process. I'm going to fight for you like I would fight for my mom, my aunt, or a family member. Okay, so and in that fighting and negotiating on your behalf, Vanda, I'm going to do my best for the seller to pay me. I don't think that the changes that are taking place are going to be that significant at this moment in time, which I think makes it a great opportunity for you to still buy, because I think it's going to take some time to adjust to these changes. And in the meantime, I'm going to continue service as usual. I'm going to continue fighting for my buyers, negotiating for my buyers. And I am very confident that I will get the seller to compensate me. If for some reason I'm not able to do that, then you and I can have a separate conversation and see if, see what we can do and see if that house just may or may not be the right house for you. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds good. So I am not like really, I have to come with the money as soon as I write a contract, right?
Correct. Yeah. No. In this exact moment, nothing has changed other than some paperwork that we're gonna implement starting August 1st. So if we find a house before August 1st, then great. We're gonna rock and roll business as usual. But if August 1st comes around, we haven't found the house, which I hope not, because I'm gonna work very hard for you, and I think we've established enough rapport where we know what you want, and I'm gonna be the right person to get that for you. But if August 1st comes around and we don't have you in a contract, the conversation is probably going to look a little bit different. I'm still going to negotiate for you. And if for some reason the house that you really, really love, just the seller just isn't cooperating, then we'll have a separate conversation, Vanda, and see if that's actually the best house for you.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Everyone, clap it up for her. Clap it up for her. Okay, awesome. Awesome, Denise. I love you for putting yourself on the stage. This is not easy. It's never going to be more difficult than this. You put yourself on stage here on Zoom in front of everybody and your peers. So congrats. So Coach Yvonne, why don't you break this down, and I'll give you also my suggestions, my love. I love that because I can see the energy and the belief. Go ahead, Coach.
All right. Good job, Denise.
Thank you.
Good approach. I believe that one of the best things that you guys can do is make sure people understand that, hey, the way we're doing business now it's not going to change that much. So I like that you said that because people are scared. People are uncertain. Couple points for me that I would like you to polish. In the beginning, when you repeat and acknowledge, okay, I want you to, before you go into, don't worry, because I'm going to try to get the seller to pay for it. We need to address the concern, because their concern is, what if the seller won't pay for it? So I want us to immediately address that concern and let them know that I see where you're coming from. If the seller won't pay for it, then this is what's going to happen. And I don't want you to use the language like, I think it's not going to be like this. I think we're going to be able to do like that. I want you to let them know, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, what I know from talking to other agents, from seeing people doing this, from seeing the way the majority of sellers, majority of sellers agents, they're currently, and I'm doing this with my sellers, they're advising their clients to cover the buyer commission. And the reason they're doing this is because they know it's going to make a competitive advantage and help them sell their home. So I want you to understand that my belief, even if you don't want to say I know, my belief, my professional opinion is that the majority of cases, the seller is still going to be covering that buyer's commission because they know it's in the best interest for the seller. So right away, I want you to know that, and know that it's not going to be something that you have to worry about too much. Be confident in it. Say it, like put it down, say, this is what we're seeing. This is what the trends are. This is what the experts are saying. This is what we can expect to happen. Okay. I want you to say it like that. And then for the second part, I don't want you to make it so much like, I like that you said, we'll have that conversation if we have to have that conversation. I want you to focus more on the fact that, look, I understand that money's tight. That's why I'm on your team. That's why I'm going to be fighting for you and negotiating for you. That's why I'm going to make sure that you can get the best house for the best price. And by having me representing you, that's the best way. That's your best chance to be able to get the best house and still be able to cover my fee. Because look, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, my fees are just part of doing business, right? When you buy the house, you're going to have to pay the commission fee. It's just part of doing business. It's just like when you go to the store, you got to pay the sales tax. It's just part of doing business. Now, I'm here to make sure that you're going to be able to find the house you can afford, that you like, and I'm going to fight for you. I want you to use that like positive spin on it. I don't want it to be like, man, I hope that doesn't happen. If it does, we'll deal with it later. You know what I mean? I want you to tell them that you're going to come from a proactive place and make sure that at the end of the day, your job is there to get them the house for the best price. And that's what you're going to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Okay. So Denise, what did you, Coach, you're so brilliant. You're so brilliant. So Denise, right away, because I'll have to be my point, I didn't ask you, what did you like? What did you learn?
Well, I learned that I need to address the concern because I do feel like I was jumping over it and just kind of like trying to dismiss it.
A little nervous.
And that's normal. It's hard here. It's harder here than in real life, guys. Come on.
Yeah. So I addressing the concern, going more into the money is tight. My fee is part of doing business. I love that line. And my job is to help you and, make sure that we get you the best home at the best price. So just highlighting more the pros instead of hiding from the fear. But yeah, and I like the way, I like the I'm going to go through this and listen to it a couple of times, but I like the part where you said the majority of sellers will give, they'll be guided by agents who are going to convince them or influence them on making the right decision of opening up the buyer pool. So just being more confident that right now the chances aren't that big.
Let me do my part now. And by the way, yeah, I wanted to ask about also what you learned about yourself, because you learned that you were jumping all over the place. That you learned that you're a little nervous, right? But you also had a great energy. So I go deep. Coach Vaughn, you did a fabulous job. Let me polish it. Let me say also even a little more. When you said address the concern, but even before that, guys and girls, I said, I'm worried. Denise, you gotta be what I am. I said, I worry. And I want you to make me feel understood and important. So I'm worried about that. So you say, Vanda, and you said beautifully, I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought to the table. Then go right there, go deep. You know what? It can be worrisome, right? It can be worrisome. Guys and girls, I got goosebumps, but it's true. Write this down. Put it here in the chat for me. Be there. Before you go to the next level, also address that he's worried, she's worried, they're nervous. I know it can be worrisome, right? I know it can be confusing and it can be a nervous situation. Guess what? I'm here with you. Reassure them that what they worry is not a bad thing. They're not stupid. They're not being, I'm here with you. And that's why I'm so glad I'm going to be here. I'm here on your team. Now, let's go over this. And then you go that and address exactly what Coach Yvonne said. Did you guys hear that? But make them feel heard, important, validated, important there. The other thing is, Coach Yvonne said beautifully, guys and girls, remember that amateurs think, professionals know or they believe. So even like Yvonne said, even if you don't know something, you said, Vanda, I believe this because what I know is this, not but, right? I believe. Well, if you know for sure, what I know is right away. I love what your Coach Yvonne said. So I don't have to say much. More confidence and address the issues is a matter of fact. And then is the reality too, you jump a little bit about this because you also got to work in here. Guys and girls, it starts here. If you don't see it, and Denise, can I ask you something, sweetie? I want you
Yes.
to download tape or call on your phone. And if you do this on the phone, some of this objection, record yourself. And I want you to get your phone after you listen this later. I want you to record yourself doing this part over and over. I promise you. You record yourself 2 times, 3 times, 5 times. It gets better and better. You're going to see, oh my God, I'm repeating, acknowledging, and you're going to see what you're jumping around, what you're not. Once you master this, it becomes so easy. It just starts flowing. Awesome job, everyone. Woo. Good. Next one.
All right, let's go to our next one. I want to make one more point that I think is really important as we approach this topic. Okay, guys, when you're handling an objection, when someone says, I'm concerned about this, we want to handle it, right? We want to remove the fear. We want to remove the uncertainty, but we have to be very careful not to dismiss it, right? And that's really what that's the point Coach V was saying about, if they say they're worried, be worried with them, be right there empathetic with them and say, hey, I totally understand where you're coming from. It's a complicated process. And that's why I'm here with you. Be careful about saying, you don't have to worry about that. It's not a big deal. They're going to pay this. And if they don't, we'll deal with it later. Right. Because we don't want them to feel that you're dismissing the concern. So just always keep that in your head. We want to address it. We don't want to dismiss it. We don't want to tell them that it's not a big deal or they don't have to worry about it. We want to tell them you're smart to worry about it. You're right to think about it. It is important. Here's how I'm going to make it okay for you. Okay.
Yeah. Remember this. They don't do business with you because they understand you. Listen carefully. Cindy, listen carefully. Vicky, listen carefully. They don't do business with you because they understand you, even though that helps a lot. They do business with you when they feel understood, and they have trust and connection with you. Okay, next one.
All right, let's go to Don. He was the person I saw kind of at the same time as Denise. Let's get you unmuted, Don.
My question is anything different when you're talking to commercial clients as opposed to residential clients? Do you handle them differently?
What a great question. By the way, guys and gals, I have coached many commercial brokers, many mortgage brokers. I'm a success coach. I coach even entrepreneurs from all over the country that are even real estate. My niche is real estate. Listen, we deal with people, Don. We deal with people. People have concern. So when people want something or they're nervous about something, you're already in negotiation. So you want to be able to influence. So no, the steps are the same. Whatever fear, concern, question, uncertainty, you follow the strategy, the framework. Say framework, Don. Follow the framework that we do here. Repeat, acknowledge, be there with them where they are. Repeat, acknowledge, and sometimes you have to reframe. Vanda, what I hear you say is your concern is this, and then you can reframe and take the direction. And then you say, what I know is now and not but, and then you address the situation. So you can give an example of a commercial here and we can role play, right, Coach? Our work is our people communication, effective communication.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously there's going to be some intricacies of the contracts and of the deals and of that are going to be different. But when it comes to the sales side and the influence side, it's going to be the same. Now, the thing to keep in mind is one of the things that we often talk about is personality styles, right? We have a canned presentation. We do it the same way. We just adjust for the personality style for the situation. In commercial, you might find that you deal with people that tend more towards a certain type of personality style. So you just might have to be aware and adjust for that. But ultimately, Don, it's going to be a very similar process of investigating, finding out what's important to them, showing your value while you're the one there to help them, and then preparing them to move forward in the process. Is there a specific part of it that you're wondering about? Well, what about this? Or what if they say this? Or what about this part?
I'm trying to come up with the proper words. Okay, I'm just starting marketing with a commercial lead company. And I just want to get all my ducks in a row. Then when things start rolling, the right way of handling, because, they're talking about maybe $2 to $5 million buildings and stuff like that.
So
Got it.
Let me give you some clarity. By the way, everyone, listen, residential, commercial, rentals and lease. Listen to me. Look at my hand here. 3 different business, 3 different animals. So I don't know if you guys know about Coach Yvonne, my son. was born in a real estate dynasty. His dad is commercial broker for 40 years. When I married, he was already in commercial. So he grew up listening commercial deals, commercial transaction, and me, the queen of residential, like I like to call myself. So he grew up learning to this. And we know that in commercial we have less emotion and more about the bottom line and the numbers, right? So you adapt and adjust to the personality style, but you do your presentation the same way. I've seen him does it and do it, and we do it as well. So know what the client wants, what is the outcome they desire, what is important for them. Make sure you know. Sometimes they're more analytical, and of course all of them are analytical in terms of they like the numbers, they want to see the vacancy. So understand that it's a different animal. Jonathan here, he's not here yet, but he's probably going to listen to this. Jonathan does residential really well. He's also does commercial as well. So it's possible, but just remember, it's a different animal in some ways, but it can work for you. Just be smart. Sounds good? Awesome. Next question.
All right, let's go to Leticia.
Good morning.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi. So my question is a little bit more related to an objection that I got. It's basically a buyer that I'm trying to set up a buyer's consultation.
Awesome.
We've been communicating, she's kind of a Gen X, communicating via text. That's kind of her preference. And when I followed up to set up the buyer's consultation, her response was, we're currently working with a couple of different agents right now and are not planning on working exclusively with anyone because we are in a time crunch to find a home in the next 2 months. I can share with you what our preferences are, and if you have any listings that fit the criteria, I would love if you could send them our way.
I love that. I love that.
So,
love that. Everybody,
yeah.
hold it up here. Did you finish, Leticia?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Have you, just a quick question. Have you gotten her, since she sent you that via text, correct?
Yes, correct.
Have you gotten her on the phone at all since
I have
then?
not. Well, this was sent late last night, and I
Okay.
know I was going to have that call this morning. So I wanted to wait and speak with you to see if we could role play and how you would handle this.
Perfect.
Oh, I love the question. Everybody heard it up here
Yeah.
for Leticia. By the way, all of your questions great, but I love that. By the way, can I clarify some things for you to help you with your mindset? Leticia, darling, in about 2 weeks, I'll be 62 years old. My birthday. So
Okay.
I'm a different generation. Guess what? I love text. I text way more than email. So just remember, it doesn't matter the age. Is the modality that they prefer. I love text. So text me all the way. I love it. Of course, I read my emails as well. So my point is, don't assume they don't like text. So it's just the style. Of course, the new people are used to it. So, okay, good. How would you like to do this, beautiful? Our coach Yvonne is going to do the contacts. Would you like me to be, of course, I imagine you wanted me to be the agent. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
So let's do this, guys. So Leticia and all of you here, at this point, I hope you've heard us say before, and if you haven't, I'm glad you're going to hear it now. We never do anything important through text. We never negotiate over text. We never do anything that is crucial, important, key through text. We use text for notifications. We use text for letting people know that you have to talk to them. If there's someone who is not comfortable on the phone that you don't want to just call, you shoot them that text first, right? But this is not an objection that Leticia is going to be able to handle over text. So right away, you're going to have to text her. And basically in your text, you're going to have to say, thank you so much for letting me know that, I'm glad you're talking to other agents. It's important that you're doing this process. Now, I have something really important that I want to talk to you about that I think you have to hear with what you told me, and paraphrase, make it your own words. What you told me, it brought something up that's really important. I really need to talk to you. Can I give you a quick call? Can we just chat for 5 minutes? You need to send her something like that to intrigue her. Like, oh, this brought something up that we have to talk about. So you can get her on the phone.
Do exactly what Coach Yvonne said. Send a very sexy, intriguing. Say intriguing, everybody. Everybody sit up straight, smile. Show me your $1 billion smile. You're awake, excited, full of energy. Say intriguing, intriguing. Say a text. And if she still denied, this is what you do. You're going to text her a video. What do they like? Guys and girls, listen. Words are important. We know a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? A picture is worth 1,000 words. A video is worth millions of pictures, millions. So intrigue her with the text. Oh my gosh, Joanna, I'm so glad you said that. This is exactly what we need to talk about, because I gotta tell you a strategy that's gonna serve you, and I wanna make sure you don't make a mistake. Oh, we gotta talk. Can you hop on the phone? All I need is like 5-6 minutes of your time. I have this time open today. Can we do it? So intrigue her with the text. If she still blow you off, is that the word, Coach Yvonne? I want to make sure I don't say crazy stuff. Sometimes my English goes sideways. If you know she's still that, now you're gonna do a video. You ready for the video, or should we just
Yes.
get the phone? Guys and girls, don't complicate. Hold your damn phone, or get something like I put all my stuff here. I was doing recording in the living room. You can have little tripods that you know, but just hold the phone. Hey, Joanna, this is Vanda here. Oh my gosh, I got your text. You know, I gotta tell you, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You have to buy the home soon, and you're probably wondering what to do. How can you get the best house for the best price as fast as you can, right? Oh my gosh. Listen, have you ever hired someone and then later you realize that person doesn't even know what to do? So you can be talking to so many agents and they are laid back, they are not prepared, they don't have market knowledge, they don't even know how to search home. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you the strategies that I have. I have some ways to find homes immediately, fast, and also I know some of the deals that nobody knows about because I understand the shadow market. Oh, you gotta know more about it. So I have some time open today at 5 o'clock. We can FaceTime, or I can call you directly. Oh, today at 5 o'clock, or is it 6:30 better for you? See? Energy, excitement. Oh my God, you don't want to miss that, right? The FOMO, because the truth is, she has an idea that she got to talk to a lot of people, see who's going to jump in, but she's wasting time. And then when we meet her, now we can role play what you talk to her when you meet to her. Does this sound like a good plan, Leticia?
Yeah, I
Well,
would love that.
And Leticia, do you want to role play? You know, let's imagine you send her a text and you're able to just call her and get her on the phone today after this call. I think that's a
Yeah.
conversation that we should probably role play, because that's the
Yeah.
conversation where we're going to try to go for an appointment, whether on Zoom or in person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's do this. Let's this be our context, and then let's kick it. Let's start it.
Yeah.
Coach V can be the eight.
We
Did you say
will.
something, Coach?
Yeah, I just want to very quickly, Vaughn. I don't mean to digress, but I want to very quickly. Hey guys, please start doing video. Stop getting ready to be ready. Think about it. You know this business.
Listen to your colleague Remy typing in the chat. She just said the videos work. I know she's told me a couple times that she's had people that were ghosting her or that weren't wanting to talk or get on the phone, and she's done the video, and I'm
That I
telling you
asked her to
guys, it
do.
works.
It works. It works for me. I'm concerned. I was thinking about you. There's something important to talk to you. You want to practice? Every question you have, go to the group and do a video. Stop overthinking. Okay, so let's
do this role play. Okay, so Leticia, you sent her the text. You let her know that you have some really important stuff you want to talk to her about, and you want 5 minutes of her time to hop on the phone, and then give her a chance to respond to you. Hopefully she does. Okay. If she doesn't, just give her a call. Okay. And hopefully you get on the phone. And this is the role play we're going to do. Then remember, if you don't get on the phone, you're going to do that video. Okay. Now in this role play, Coach V will be the agent. You can be her. And just a couple points that I want to say that you guys are going to have to bring up here. Leticia, you're in such a prime position because she gave you all the ammunition, right? She said, I'm talking to multiple agents because I need to find a home in 2 months. Guys, in less than a month, she won't be able to be having homes shown by multiple agents. She's going to have to be, in contract working with someone. So you're in a really good place to handle this objection. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
Now, remember, but you got to know the stuff. Remember, guys, no one moves if they don't have enough reason, pain, or dream, right? So Leticia, I need you a little more ammunition here. What's her motivation? Why she's buying? Why she's in the 2 months?
Yeah, they're living in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
better.
And with a husband, and they're basically having a baby.
Okay. And the 2 months is because they're renting and they have to be out so they can.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So see how the motivation, everyone, the pain, you hear the pain? The dream is I want a nice little room for my sweet little baby coming up. That's my dream. I want a space for my baby. I want to nest. I want to nurture. That's the dream.
Mhm.
And the pain is I'm cramped. I need room. I need a space, and I want as soon as possible. Right. So that's the pain.
Yes.
Okay. So Leticia, I hope we can role play together because you're getting in and out. Or should I do it, Yvonne, with Coach, or no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because my Wi-Fi is kind of in and out. I don't know if you can hear me. If Coach Yvonne wants to do it,
For now, it seems okay where you are right
so
now.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll stay here.
Okay, so this is how we're gonna start. I'm gonna call her, right? She's gonna answer, and I'm gonna go right to the point because she's busy, and I wanna make sure I get her attention, intrigue her right away because she's in a hurry. Time is important. Right away, I know she's decisive, right? She's like, "This is what I want."
Yeah. So
This is what I
Leticia,
want.
she's gonna hit you with, ring ring. You answer.
Okay.
She's gonna start talking, and it's okay to be like, "Hey, I got your text. What do you need to say?" Like it's
Yeah.
it's okay to be like that.
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, Leticia. Hey, Leticia, this is Vanda here. Hey, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I know you're really busy, so I appreciate it, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, you got my text. Do you think you have properties that you can send me
Oh my gosh,
without
Leticia.
me having to sign an agreement?
Of course, Leticia, I always have properties. I do many things that most agents don't do. Not only I know what's available on MLS, but I'm a very active and aggressive agent in finding the right deals and the right homes for my buyers. So I'm so glad we're talking. Now, can I ask you some questions? Because you're so important, and I know you all come and you have a timeline here, my darling. So can I ask you some questions? Because I want to help you in the best way possible. Is that okay?
Yeah. I don't have a lot of time, but yeah, sure.
Okay,
I
no
can talk
problem.
to you.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. What I heard you telling me last time we talked is, hey, Vanda, timing is very important for me. Time is very important, and I want to make sure I can move in the next couple of months because I'm really tight in a home. I need space. My husband and I, we're having a baby. I'm so excited, and I need space, and I want someone who's gonna find me the best home for the best price as fast as you can. Am I correct to understand that's what you want?
Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. We're just not really looking to sign with any agent exclusively. We feel that, if we work with different agents, then we have a better chance of finding something.
I can appreciate that. Leticia, can I tell you what concerns me about that? Concerns me immensely. Can I tell you what concerns me?
Okay, sure.
Because, darling, this is not a good strategy. Let me explain. I've been doing this for a long time. And what I know is when you are talking to a lot of agents, they know. They know that you're not committed to them. They know that you're not loyal to them. They know that you're not giving the time, that they don't have any agreement with you, verbal or writing. Do you really believe that if they have a great deal, a great home that's coming on the market that nobody knows about, do you really believe they're going to call you, or they're going to call the client that is committed to them, work with them, that they can trust and believe? Who do you think they're going to call first?
Probably, yeah, I guess probably the person that's committed to them. That they have a contract
So
with.
yeah, they have an agreement, that they have a trust, they have a connection. Leticia, listen to me carefully, because I don't want you to make a mistake. Even if you don't hire me for the job, darling, don't be talking to everyone and just hoping you get the right person, because actually not everyone is the same. There are thousands of agents out there, thousands right here in San Diego, 26,000. And if you talk to all of them, most of them don't have training, they don't have knowledge, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to find a home. So you're actually wasting time and energy. Listen, hire the person that you believe, that you trust, that you know that there's a go-getter like me, who knows his business side out, who's going to fight for you, who's going to find a home for you, who's going to door knock for you, and get you the best house for the best price, instead of trying to talk to everyone, trying to raise and look for all the rabbits and not getting one. Does this make sense, Leticia?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I think I was just kind of feeling that I wanted more people. If I had more people looking for a property, then my chances would be greater.
I
In finding
appreciate that. And guess what? Most buyers think like this. Most buyers think like this. Oh, let me talk to whoever brings in their house. What happens if they don't know how to negotiate? What happens if they don't know how to protect you and disclose you and you end up buying a lemon home? Leticia, there's so many things that can go wrong with this strategy. Can you tell just by my energy, my certainty here, that I care for you? Can you tell just by my voice?
Yeah, no, I can.
Look, Leticia, I know in a hurry, you gotta go. Listen to me. There's no time to waste. And even more important, you have nothing to lose. Let's sit down. You and I and your husband will go over your needs, priorities, what's important. I'm going to show you the benefits of work with me. You're going to see right away that I'm completely different from the 20,000 agents out there. And you're going to be able to decide if it's worth it to work with me or not. It's your decision. But give me the opportunity to show you what makes me one of the best in the world, and how my clients, my savvy buyers, are so happy to work with me. Can we do that?
Yeah, we can. I just need to check my husband's schedule. I don't have it in front of me. So I just need to check he's available.
No problem. Thank you for understanding. Again, there's nothing to worry. You're not committed to sign with me. I just wanted the opportunity. I just wanted the opportunity to show you my value, the benefits of work with me, and why you wanted someone to not only find the right home for you, but negotiate for you, protect you in a very way. So this is what we're gonna do. And by the way, by the time you finish this conversation, you're gonna really be impressed with the level of skills, knowledge, expertise we have. My team and I, how we're gonna find you the home fast. So and we're gonna go over your questions. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call you today. Is that okay if I call you today at 5 o'clock? Because what time are you gonna talk to your husband?
Well, it's the morning, so yeah, I should be able to talk to him within the next couple of hours, find out his schedule. Yeah.
Awesome. So it's 9:30. How about if I call you about 3 o'clock? And meanwhile, let's do this. Let's set a tentative appointment. Just tell, hey, honey, I'm gonna talk to this top agent who knows his business side out, and she's gonna show us our options, what the benefits, and how fast she can help us to get the house for the best price. And she's going to display her negotiation skills, because we want to make sure we get the lioness on our team. So I set an appointment with her at 6:30 today on Zoom, honey. Is that okay? Can we be there? And then I'll call you, you tell them, and we set the time right now for 6:30. If something happened, we can cancel, but otherwise, let's just set an appointment, because again, time is of essence. And you told me you don't want to waste any time. Can we do that?
Sure. We can do that, and then I can let you know if that works or not. Yeah.
Yeah, so beautiful. So we have an appointment 6:30 today, and I'm gonna send an email with some of my reviews, because you can share with your husband, so you have credibility with me. You know that I help a lot of savvy buyers just like you to get the best home, the best place. So 6:30 on Zoom, I send you the link, and meanwhile, I'll text you at 3 o'clock to confirm this. Sounds good?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. So I know you gotta go. Any question before you go?
No, that's it. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Just one more thing. Please don't sign on anybody. Don't do anything. I can show you in your home, and I'll tell you also some homes that I have that nobody knows about from my for sale by owners and my online leads. So I'll call you 3 o'clock. Just know that I'll be there for you. Thank you so much, Leticia. Okay.
Thank you, Vanda.
What did you like? What did you learn? Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny. Danny's applauding. Thank you. What did you like?
Yeah, no, that was awesome. So one of the things I really liked immediately, how you share, hey, there's a lot of concerns with that strategy. You basically acknowledged it, that, thank you for bringing that up, but that you have concerns, and you immediately tackle that objection, which I thought was really good. And you basically sprinkle all the benefits of working with you, just kind of throughout that call. I also liked how I gave you another objection about, I need to talk to my husband and figure out his schedule. And then you immediately say, hey, look, let's set a tentative, I know you guys want to move fast. Let's set a tentative call at 6:30 p.m. But just kind of throughout the call, you really kind of sprinkle your value of what you were going to do for them about negotiating, your level of skill, and then what you were going to do for them.
Thank you. You heard it up for her. Let me go here, and then I give to Coach Yvonne to bring that to break that down in his style. Guys and girls, did I sound pushy?
No.
Did I sound forcible? Right? No. Did I acknowledge that she's in a hurry? Did you see how I went to the whole framework? How many times I repeat, acknowledge her, make her feel understood, and then I transition to the next? Did you hear how I claim and explain? And I say, can I share with you what I'm so concerned about this? Can I share with you why this is not a good strategy? Can I explain? See, I guys and girls, this is skills that I'm not making this shit up. I'm internalizing this. I learned this. So again, the framework I follow through, you notice, right, Danny? Watch it again. I repeat, acknowledge, I make her feel important. I said, like my savvy clients, yeah, this is many buyers might feel this way. I intrigue and everything. And then of course I closed for the next appointment, calling her to confirm or texting her to confirm, but I got the appointment. And who noticed here how I coach her to coach the husband? Did you see how I coach her? Now tell him, honey, this is what we're gonna do. Blah, 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 blah. Guys and girls, I'm telling you, effective communication. Go ahead, Coach Yvonne.
All
Break
right,
it
let's
down.
just cover a few quick
Oh, the
points.
takeaway. Don't forget the
Let's just
takeaway.
cover a
Yeah.
few quick points because we only have about 5 minutes left, and then we'll answer Diane's question really quick and close it out. So yeah, that was a masterclass, right, guys? So go back, watch the recording, make sure that you incorporate those strategies, those techniques in your objection handlers. Remember, she's not making this up now, guys. This is practiced. You can practice it too. You can get that confident with it and be ready for it. So exactly, Denise even put it in the chat, and I appreciate that she did that. That first way of handling it is so clear and such a good way, right? The agents know that when the buyers are working with multiple agents, do you think they're gonna bring you their best properties, the number one properties, you're going to be the first one they're going to call. So bring that up. You want to bring doubt to her strategy, not to make her feel stupid, but just to make her understand that it's something she should be concerned about. And that's when Coach V went into the takeaway close, because she wants to take herself out of the picture, because she doesn't want them to say, hey, I'm going to do this to you. She just wants them to know, I'm concerned about you. I don't want this to happen to you, right? So even if you takeaway close, right? It's right here. Even if you don't do business with me, please don't do XYZ. Even if you don't do Y, please don't do this, right? So if it's commission, even if you don't hire me, don't hire someone based on commission. Even if you decide to not sign with me, don't go out there and think you're going to work with every agent in town, because this could happen and this could happen and this could happen. And I don't want that to happen to you. And if they don't get it, you can tell a story, right? If they say, because in that case, Coach V said, do you see where I'm coming from? And she said, yeah, I can understand. But if they say, no, I don't think that's going to happen, have a story. This is why you want to build your story library, so you have examples for everything. This was happening to so-and-so. They thought they were going to work with everyone and they missed out, right? Have a story. Good. The next thing I'm going to say is, when you are talking with someone on the phone, remember, this is just a reminder, we're not going for the signature here. Because sometimes we get on a roll, right? We're like, oh, you shouldn't be talking to anyone. I'm the best. You should work with me, and, work with me, work with me, work with me. We don't want to get too overboard here. We don't have enough value yet. We haven't built enough value. Where do we do that? At the presentation. So just remember, you're not going for the signature here. You're going for an opportunity to present to her how you can help her, what's in it for her. And at the end of the day, she's going to walk away from that with clarity, with direction, and something out of it that she's going to benefit. So I would say those two things. Now, we're in a unique position here where, the industry is changing a little bit. So if she didn't need to go there on the phone, because the way she handled it was enough, maybe she'll have to handle it again at the presentation. Just remember that you can bring up the fact that, hey, very soon you're going to have to be in agreement with your buyer's agent. Okay. So you don't need to overwhelm them with different ways to handle the objection on the phone. But if that objection comes up again at the presentation, which often it does, guys, we handle the objection one way, they bring it back another way. That's something that currently, right now, where we are in this market, you can bring up and update them about, hey, the changes that are going to happen, you need to be prepared.
Oh, Coach, you're so brilliant, because I forgot to do that on my part, but you were talking and I wrote it down right before you said, one more thing. I went for the appointment. I didn't go for the listing, the signature, right? She said, I'm not going to sign anything. I'm not going to, right? So remember, see that, everyone? I went for the appointment. You're going for the opportunity. Say opportunity. Okay, good. Now,
so Coach, we only have about a minute and a half. I really want to answer Diane's question.
Okay, awesome.
Go ahead. Do you have an important point?
Yeah, I just want to say, hey, listen, this is your market. Cindy, be happy. It's going to actually help you to have the buyers committed to you guys. I think it's actually a great thing that now the buyers have to have an agreement. I love it. And our clients have been doing this for 15 years, guys. I coached people in 2012 doing this right here in San Diego, 2 buyers agreement per week.
All right. So we don't have time to role play, but we have time to answer the question.
Go, Diane.
Diane said, how does that work when inventory is low and there are no broker private listings in the area? So Diane, I don't remember exactly at what point in the role play that you asked this question, but can you tell us exactly what you mean when you say, how does that work when inventory is low and there are no broker private listings in the area?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, it was when Vanda was saying that I have, basically she has other properties to show that aren't in the market.
That's also such a great question. Everyone say, great question. Guys and girls, look, I am a listing agent and I'm gonna go get it. Every time inventory is low, I said, fantastic, great opportunity. Because you see, I don't think, the way I think is, there's no inventory. For me, it's like, there's no inventory. I'm going to find the inventory. I'm going to make the inventory. Sweetie, my client in the hills of Oakland, she's door knocking, the expires. I have a buyer for your home. Inventory is very low. You see, when you're active, you're working for sale by owners, expires, you have leads coming out, you find. Also, you can door knock. So that's actually a benefit of work with me. You know, Diane, did you know the inventory is very low? Oh my God, the inventory doesn't even last for 3 weeks. So don't you think you need someone that will find a home for you? There's not someone passive waiting. I don't wait. I make it happen. When you hire me today, NLP. When you hire me today, I'm gonna I have a buyer for your home letter. I'm gonna don't knock the areas you want. I'm gonna call every broker and ask for a private exclusive. I'm gonna go after the expires. Darling, I'm gonna find your home. You better believe it. Be ready. When we go out, you're gonna be ready to buy a home. See, that's what you talk to. You gotta start talking to your clients like
And
this.
Diane, it's important too with the wording of it, right? So when I talk to you and I'm saying, you know, Diane, and one of the great things about working with me is you're going to see the properties that don't even hit the market. You're going to get to see, you know, the shadow market. You're going to get to see this. What I just said is true, right? I didn't say, Diane, I have 15 properties that aren't on the market that I'm going to be able to show you 1 through 15. What I'm saying is, because I'm a go-getter, because I have connections, because I'm doing these things, I'm going to be able to show you this. I'm going to be able to bring this to you. So if you don't have a million other properties to show to them, that's not what we're saying here. What we're saying is every opportunity that exists and every opportunity that we're going to create, we're going to bring them. So it's a future pacing thing. It's not about saying, oh, hey, there's 100 other properties that are secret that you don't know about. It's not a specific thing like that. It's about saying, Diane, when you work with someone like me, who has the connections that I have, who is a go-getter like me, who does all those things that Coach V just said, I'm going to be able to show you the properties that don't hit the market. I'm going to be able to bring you inventory that these other agents can't bring. That's the wording. It's not, hey, I currently have all these homes here that I can show you.
Yeah. Hey, Danny, watch the end when you come back, because I want you to hear the end. Diana, I want to let you know, everybody, please pay attention. One of the most amazing things I got all the time is buyers calling me and say, Vanda, I know you work with a lot of listing, and I have a realtor, but I'm going to fire her because she's a layback. I don't know if she's too busy or she's not fast enough, not good enough. She never calls me. She can never find my home. Can you find my home? You see, guys and girls, most agents are very passive. Don't be passive. Start talking like, I'm going to make it happen. I got it. I'm going to find a home for you. Start becoming more strong, because this is what they want. They want an assertive, strong, go-getter person. And I'll finish with this. One of my lead sources was direct mailers. Not only my farm, direct mailers, I have a buyer for your home. I got at least 5 listings per year, minimum 5 listings per year with a letter, I have a buyer for your home letter. And I send 1,000 a month. And many times I found the listing for my own buyer. Guess what? I got full commission, at least 5.5%. So again, guys and girls, it's never about I don't have resources. We gotta be resourceful. Who's the best in the world? Say, I am. Who's gonna learn this stuff? Say, I am. Let's internalize this. Go do some text right now. Go do some follow-up right now. Go do a video right now. Go do some door knock, drop some flies. Go get some business. I can't wait to see you on Monday. I am committed to you. I'm going to help you to master the buyer's presentation, to build value, and also become a listing machine. Thank you very much. Thank you, Coach. You're the best. Did you enjoy this presentation? What did you like? What did you learn? I'm telling you, strategy and skills will set you free and make you rich. So put here the comments for me. What did you like? What did you learn? The way we handled the objection. Put here in the comments for me what question you have, what objection you're getting right now, because we're also going to help you to do this more and more. Listen, we are here to help you to level up your game, elevate your mindset and your skills so you can convert more, help more people, build your business, and have more production and be more profitable. So I love doing this. This is what makes my heart sing. Do me a favor. It would mean the world to me. Subscribe here for my channel if you haven't done so. And of course, share this. Share this with the people in your office and anyone that needs to learn what to do, that needs to improve the skills and master the objections, especially now with the change in the market. Hey, you don't have to worry, you don't have to guess, you don't have to be in anxiety mode and preoccupied. You can learn the way to handle the objections, to know what to do in this market, starting now in August, and make the best year ever for you, or grow consistently. It's up to you, and we're here to serve. Let me know if you have any question. Let me know if I can answer any question. And of course, I'll tell you, if you want to know more about our coaching programs and what we do and how we do it, DM me or put it here on the comment, I tell you right away, my email is vanda@vandamartin.com, and I'm always here to serve, to help, to guide, to inspire, to help you to know what to do in any time, in any market. So I love you. You stay strong. Go do your magic. Watch this again and participate with us, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Ciao.